Hello, fellow STEMers, fellow Geazlers. Welcome to Geazle STEM Network. Wherever you are watching, welcome. My name is Milton Bertrand, and I will be your host for today. Thank you. So, we are going to talk about so many things today. The many things that we plan to talk about will be STEM itself. The question is, what is STEM? STEM is basically the acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That is basically STEM. So, the question is this: how is STEM education important? STEM is basically everywhere in our lives. There is not one thing that you and I can do without science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If STEM education is important, is the fact that none of these disciplines can decouple from each other. When you talk about science, is also to talk about technology. When you talk about technology, is to talk about engineering. And to talk about engineering is to talk about mathematics. So, if you have to design any product whatsoever, all these disciplines are taking place in your design process. For instance, if you are an architect, if you are going to design a building, for instance, you are basically using science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So, because STEM itself, the STEM fields are necessary to do the job. The STEM fields are necessary to basically have a better design, concept, and architecture. And the other aspect of a STEM education is the fact that we come to develop critical thinking to solve challenging, vexing problems of the world. And again, in this 21st century that we are, it requires creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and communication. These things, with a STEM education, you can actually have them. So this is one of the many reasons that the STEM disciplines, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, are very important. So here is the slide that I have available for you so that you can use them and use them wherever you want to do whatever. So basically this is where we are. So the next point, why STEM? Imagine you go to work and you study, let's say, biology, and you are going to work as a biologist. Is that what you only expect to do at work? No, because jobs in the real world are interdisciplinary. If you go to work as an accountant, do not expect to manipulate numbers all day long. You have to think about the interdisciplinary concept of STEM. Everything is important. Just the same way, if you do accounting, you don't talk about numbers all day. You have to be able now to communicate effectively to your peers so that your peers really understand where you are, what you are doing, and how we can move forward. Collaboration is important. Critical thinking, and again, I have mentioned communication earlier. This is a very important piece when it comes to STEM fields. And science is basically everywhere around us. Technology is basically ever expanding into every aspect of our lives. And again, to bring out this live stream to you, we have to use technology. We have to use science. We have to use engineering, and we have to use mathematics. The question you may wonder, how? We have to use science. For instance, the computer that you are using right now has parts. Some of them are plastics, some of them are metal parts. Okay, that has to do with the basic science, material science to some extent. What type of materials that we can use to actually put together a microphone, a camera? All these are science. Then you come to the technology aspect of it, how we are going to move this live feed from where I am in the studio to you. That is technology. Okay? The engineering aspect is all of those things, as I have mentioned before: science, technology. So now the engineering component had to design and do all these things. And mathematics is basically the imaginary thing that we do not see. For instance, to bring this to you, if we were to talk about the Maxwell equation, so it allows the internet, the telecommunication, and so on to bring this to you. So without science, technology, engineering, mathematics, I could not reach you today. No, you could not get in touch with me. This is why STEM disciplines are very important. So to summarize, engineering is in everything in our environment, from the basic designs of toys, bridges, words, and so on. Everything that we do is involve engineering. Think about leaving your house this morning. You cannot do that without engineering or without science. The moment that we wake up, we are basically embedded, we are basically in the sea of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Mathematics is in every occupation, every activity we do in our lives. These disciplines are so important. This is why we need them to come to a basic understanding what they are, so that we can create more interest. STEM fields are so important. Therefore, they are crucial to sustain growth, innovation, stability of the economy of any nation. Think about it. The countries that invest in STEM disciplines are very far ahead compared to the third world countries that are not invested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You can see there is this disparity between these nations. If we are involved, our citizens, if we involve our citizens to partake, to get involved in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, in return, they will be able to innovate. They will create new products, products that will be able to get to the market, and in return, these products may be sold. Then they will have a good life. So this is one of the many reasons that it is very important to talk about STEM. So once again, that is the slide that I have available there for you. So you can basically use it at your own will. It is all free. So this is why we are here, to diffuse, to talk about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So it is where we are, and these are the many things that we want to do. So I have mentioned many things about science, technology, engineering, mathematics. I'm repeating this often because I'm very passionate about STEM. Okay? When it comes down to the benefits of STEM, if you want to compete in the global economy, you have to partake and you have to engage in STEM. STEM education is beyond any classroom. If you think you are going to study science, engineering, mathematics, and you think about that only stays in the classroom, you may not be right. As a matter of fact, these disciplines, they go everywhere you go. They come with you. This is why when we say STEM, everything is together, a unit. You cannot remove science from technology. You cannot remove technology from mathematics, and vice versa. Okay? So, this is why I'm so excited to explain to people, to you, and of course you can go on and pass it to others, that STEM fields are important to the way we do things, the way we think about things. We can make meaningful contribution to society if we really understand the basic concepts that exist in the STEM fields. And there is a strong evidence to suggest that the fastest growing and highest wage jobs in future years will be in STEM related fields. That is not even a question. So we already know it. So statistics show that a STEM person earns more over the course of his or her lifetime. This is one of the main reasons that we are encouraging young students to partake, to engage in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, these are some of the things that we are doing, and none of this could be done without you. And this is why we are so passionate about the STEM field. If we are doing something that is not right and you think you can improve on the many things that we are doing, we welcome your ideas. We welcome your contributions. As a matter of fact, we cannot succeed if we do not receive constructive criticism. We do not expect you to criticize us on the many things that we are doing, but we expect constructive criticism and also provide to us a way to improve. So, if you criticize us, you have to say to us what we are not doing right so that we can make necessary correction as we move forward. And this, what we are doing, we are asking you to come along. We thank you for taking the time to watch. We thank you for taking the time to become a fellow Geazler, a fellow STEMmer, and at the same time, we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel. And also, if you are a sponsor out there, you would like to sponsor the many things that we plan to do, we welcome your sponsorship. Your sponsorship is going to help us go a long way. And again, if you have an organization that you want to talk about, please email us at editor@geazle.com so that we can schedule you to be a part of our shows. You don't have to be directly in our studio. We can bring you remotely, wherever you may be. You are welcome to be on our shows. And we thank you. This is where today's broadcast ends, and we will be in touch. Thank you. So long. Happy Geazling.